We ready or waiting?
Ready to go?
Oh, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
You guys were apparently looking for a bat, but this seems like a different move, a counterintuitive move, but the defense is obviously the big draw for Hayes. Is that what made you guys make that move?
Yeah, it allows Marte to go focus on the outfield. It allows us to get a guy who's the best defensive third baseman in baseball. We think there's a lot of underlying metrics to where he is and what he's doing offensively to improve and get back to where he was a couple years ago, and really excited. Not every day you get a chance to get a guy that is an elite defender.
And how significant is that player control aspect of keeping an eye also?
Yeah, it's, we obviously have him for 4 more years after this with a club option at a very reasonable price to fit in our budget. So I'm really excited to be able to get him.
Are there any of those characteristics about the bat that stand out the most in terms of how he gets turned around?
Yeah, he hits the ball hard. He takes he's got good swing decisions. I know he doesn't, the walks and the strikeouts are there, but he doesn't chase a lot. He doesn't swing and miss a ton. He's above average in both. When we look at it, he hits down the ball a lot and trying to, use the opposite field. So maybe we're going to try to get him to lengthen his swing out a little bit and drive the ball like he was 2 years ago.
How long has this been in the works?
We talked to them last week at some point and knew he was available, and probably about a week or so.
A couple years ago, you guys started, defense was a big priority seemingly in a lot of these moves. How have you seen that plan kind of come to fruition and play out?
If you look where we were last year defensively and where we are this year defensively, we've gotten markedly better. We're still, I think, 13th overall on defense. We've struggled lately. Look at last night's game, right? Defensive plays is the difference between the game. I think everybody loves the idea of getting a bat, but if you can prevent the runs, you're going to win games too.
Obviously, he's not here. He's not a big leaguer, but certainly questions are going to be asked about what happens to Sal Stewart's future as a third baseman. Since this, obviously, Hayes is going to be here long term. How do you guys find a new home for him if he's going to stay in the organization?
Yeah, he needs to just keep playing. He needs to keep going and grinding with what he's doing. He's got to AAA a couple weeks ago. He's played well at AAA. We really like him. We think he's going to be a big part of this club at some point. He just needs to keep developing.
What, very, very small sample size, but what have you liked from seeing Krall in right field?
He's got above average speed. He really wants to play out there. It is something that he wants to do it, so it's important that he's completely bought into doing it. He has an instinct for the ball to go to track it down. Obviously, he's going to need reps, and there's going to be some growing pains there, but him wanting to do it first and foremost is a key. And we've talked about this. We have a lot of infielders and not as many outfielders, but for a guy that wants to go out there and has a chance to be above average arm, above average speed, and instincts to play it, it takes some time, but we're excited to get him out there.
There were some reports a couple of years ago, Hayes talking about a back issue. Did that come up in this process, and I guess is he fine?
Yeah, it did. We went through the medicals. We talked through a lot of different things with the back. He's fine. He's been playing, and we have cleared all the medicals.
There are several players over the last week, current players, that come into this room and really unsolicited spoken about the trade deadline and the desire to put this team in position to be a buyer. Obviously something they really wanted. Are you happy to be able to provide that? Do you hope, how much can that be a boost for the group?
Look, you always want to come to the trade deadline as a buyer, right? Like if you're selling, that means you're losing. So if you're a buyer, you're in position to potentially get to the postseason and see what happens. So you always want to be a buyer. That's the most important thing. And these guys are playing really hard right now, and want to continue to give them support and make this club as best we can.
How optimistic that maybe more moves will be made before 6 o'clock?
We're working through things right now, and we'll see what happens.
Attaching Rogers in the deal, did you have to get off some money to add some money, or was Pittsburgh just like Rogers? I'm sure they like Rogers too.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it was, we needed to do it because we were able to make the salary swap about equal for this year. So that was something that was big for us.
Does that mean there's still some wiggle room for further transactions?
Yeah, we're working through it one at a time.
Just say that there is financial flexibility.
There's a little bit, yeah.
And just with the expanded playoffs and everything, with as many contenders, how hard is it making deals, just going up to 6 o'clock and trying to get something done?
We'll see what happens over the next 24 hours. I think that, we're working through a lot of different things, and hopefully we can get something done sooner or later, but, we'll see. It takes two to make a deal.
What kind of priority is it, Nick, to protect top prospects? I mean, there's obviously give and take and what can be acquired, but what kind of priority is it in your mind, in Brad's mind, to protect the upper echelon prospects?
No matter what, we're going to have to be a team that continues to develop through our own player pipeline. As much as we want to go out and do this or this, we have to continue to develop those guys. Two guys that are in AAA that got to AAA 2 weeks ago, Hector Rodriguez and Sal Stewart, have gone to AAA, played really well, and have a chance to make an impact on this club. It's really hard to give guys like that up because that is your future. That is your long-term future, and it's not too far away. So it's really important that for us in this market to be able to develop from within in everything we do. So, yeah, you do have to protect some of those guys.
As far as guys coming up and everything and making a contribution, what have you thought of Chase, his first 6 starts?
Chase Burns?
Yeah.
He's pitched well. He's obviously had some growing pains. He's pitched pretty well. Had some things happen that added some earned runs to him, but overall he's been very good. He's a mature kid and really has handled the ups and downs, and we're excited to see where it goes.